Hello everyone and welcome back to another video here on the channel. I'm your host Void and today we're going to be building these staircase doors in front of you. I haven't done a tutorial in a while because I've been working on things. But hopefully I won't disappoint with the fastest 1x2 staircase entrances in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. These two variations are optimised for full blocks and stairs respectively, both of which close in 0.8 seconds and open in 0.6 seconds with an additional 0.2 seconds of seamless time. I will first show how to build the full block version and then show the modifications necessary to transform it into the stairs version. Without any further ado, let's get started. So you want to get things started with a 6x4 area, and ignore this over here. I've got a clone command block up there which just mimics exactly what I do on this side to the other side, so I don't have to worry so much about transferring it over afterwards. Anyway, let's get on with it. So I'm going to place in the pistons, and the sticky pistons first, as I always do. So come down here, place a sticky piston just there, and you can place a block on top of that because that's going to be just your block that's going to come in line like that. Okay, the next thing you want to do is just come two back like this, place two sticky pistons like so, and you can have blocks on both of their faces just like that. Then you want to come here, place a sticky piston facing this way, and then place a sticky piston facing upwards like this. Okay, so we've got sticky piston here, two sticky pistons here, sticky piston facing this way here, and then sticky piston facing upwards here. Brilliant. Now place two temporary blocks out like that, break the first one, and then place a regular piston facing towards this sticky piston here. I'm getting my pistons mixed up today, I apologise for that. Anyway, you also want to place another one facing into this sticky piston here. You can remove both of those. And you want to repeat this over on the other side, because these are going to be your sliders. You come two out like this, and just place regular pistons like this. And from this point you can just fill in your hallway like this. And this can extend back however you want. I'll take this time to mention that you can also extend this staircase up, down, left and right, because the circuit won't cross boundaries, which I think was something I wanted to have, the quality I wanted in this particular build. So that's the thing. Anyway, you want to come down here, we're going on the wiring now, you want to come down here, place a sticky piston here, sorry, and a block on its face, just like so. Then place a block down like this, 2-tick delay repeater facing into this sticky piston here, and then you can just come up like this, redstone dust like so, and same thing like this. So block and dust there, and then block there. You want to place dust on top of that block, and on top of this regular piston facing this way, put a repeater on 4 ticks. Okay, now come down here, place a block with a repeater on 2 ticks of delay, a block here, and dust on this block, like so. So place a torch on the right of this sticky piston here. You might want to remove this floor if you have that, and place a regular piston facing downwards, like so. And we're doing that soft inversion trick that I showed you in my very first video actually. And place a torch there as well. Place a block here, 2-tick delay repeater like that, a block there, and then 2 dust there, block here, and a 2-tick delay repeater. That's you entirely done for this staircase. So as you can see, it opens. Oh, I did forget one thing, I apologise for that. Place an observer facing up like that, 2 blocks like this, dust there, and That's going to close very quickly and open very quickly as well. Let's get on to the modifications, and I promise there's not a lot to do for the modifications. It's literally just redesigning this circuit on the right hand side here. Let's get into it. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually a very quick bit of, as I say, redesigning over here. So I'm going to get out some stairs. I'm going to place one here and one here, and I've made them smooth quartz. I could have made them quartz like I did in the thumbnail, never mind. But they're going to just replace these hallway blocks to come in line like this. I just replace those with quartz very quickly, and then place regular pistons facing into your door again. And you want to make sure that they are all powered, and they look to be all powered to me when you flick this lever. So as you'll see, when we flick this lever, that will push the stairs across and then extend everything like you saw over here, just with stairs instead of regular blocks. Now, because we've added extra pistons over this side, we're going to need to do the same thing on this side. So just remove this kind of general section. So then you can place just regular pistons like this. Stuff. Then place a block here. Repeater like this. Block back up like that, and actually I could have left that in. Never mind. It's alright. Actually, what would be easier, I think, I'm kind of making this up as I go along, I've got to be honest. Let's put a block down here, dust here, and then a repeater, a regular piston facing upward like that. And you want your observer back out. Which can I replace? I don't need the lever anymore. Let's do that. Observer like this, and then you can just run it down over these pistons like this. Slab here, and then dust on top like that. And let's just check. That should be everything nicely wired up for you. It's so satisfying to watch. Now, I will quickly mention that if you want to have an external output, in other words, if you want to move your lever somewhere, you're fine unless you reach signal limit. As a demonstration, you can quite easily do this, but if you want, if you effectively want a repeater in there, you have one of two options. So now I've got repeater input, and you'll see the door seems to slow down a little bit, and this is due to some very strange weirdness with Bedrock Redstone. But all you need to do is change this repeater to 3 ticks, and this repeater down here to 1 tick, and you do the same on this one as well if you have a repeater input. And as you see, that will speed up the opening again. The closing is really not much of an issue, don't worry about the closing. It seems to be slow, but I don't think it actually is. Another alternative, if you don't want to have to bother changing the repeaters around, that's perfectly fine. All you need to do is just come like this, stick your piston in a redstone block, and then this line can be whatever you like with repeaters and all sorts, and timing is going to be exactly the same. So one of two options there. You can either change the timings on the repeaters, but that seems a bit janky to me, or you can have an input through a sticky piston and a redstone block, and that will obviously be good if you want to have a hidden input. If you want to disguise this with the rest of your staircase, which you could absolutely do just by extending it off like that, then that would definitely be the way to go. So before you dash off, I'm just going to show you what the kind of layout is for those doors that I just showed you how to build. I'm going to explain why they're so fast, how they're so fast, how I got them so fast, and obviously it uses a double piston extender. It has to, because of that block right up at the top. but we're using something which I like to call the zig-zag extenders, but I believe they're actually fold extenders or something like that. Anyway, effectively, if you have a block there, right, and you want to get it up here, so this is technically a double piston extension, it's just it starts in a little bit of a weird place. If you just do something like this, and you can extend these at the same time, extend this over, and extend that one up, you've got your double piston extension. And then to retract this, and retract both of these. So the logic can get a little bit confusing because of the fact that firstly you need a pulse extension in this bottom one here, so they can activate. These activate instantly, but they deactivate last. This one doesn't need any pulse extension or pulse shortening or anything like that. It's just normally a 3-tick delay repeater, whereas this will be dust and 5-tick delay repeaters into it. And this one has to activate last, but deactivate first. So how I like to do that, there are lots of ways to do it, but how I generally like to do it is, if you've got something like this, right, then this repeater can be whatever length you want and have it activate then, but to deactivate it you can extend this piston over, and that will cut off the signal nearly instantly. Another method that you can use is comparator subtraction mode, but a lot of people aren't confident with comparator subtraction mode, so I don't expect you to use it if you're not entirely confident with it yet. But the concept is really having a comparator in there, turn it on subtraction mode, and then you've just got torch and dust. So your repeater goes in here, and this can be whatever delay you want. Then you've got dust there, and your torch goes in there, and then dust there. So when you activate this, see how it has lots of delay then, but it deactivates very quickly because this is cutting off the signal. Again, I don't expect you to use this because a lot of people aren't confident, and there is actually a little bit more delay in that comparator setup than in the piston setup that I showed you. So here's a quick example of the sticky piston setup. As you can see, this one retracts before these repeaters actually catch up with it, so that's not a problem. Then this extends with quite a lot of delay, but it retracts very quickly because this piston extends over due to this torch. Just like that. So I'm really proud of the circuitry actually for those doors, because I managed to fit them both in a very, very small area. So the block variation fits in a 6x4x4 volume, which is 96 blocks, and the staircase variant fits in 7x4x4 or 112 blocks. I say a lot to fit in that volume, but really quite proud of how it turned out, and I hope you are proud of the build that is or isn't in your world right now. I had so much fun designing these staircases, and they come with a lot of perks that I explained in the intro. Of course, the materials list will be down in the description below for both of them. I'll consider them individual in the materials list, so if you want to build a specific one, say in survival, then you've got the materials there for you. I'm not going to say this very often, but if you enjoy what you see, consider leaving a like, or if you really enjoy it, consider subscribing and sharing with your friends, spreading the word about my content. That would really help me and my channel grow and reach a larger audience. But I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.